and welcome back to another episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, and it's my dad, Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a conversation about something we want to talk about. And since we usually talk about topics worldwide or on the news, this week we are going to talk about the mass school shooting in Uvalde, Texas.
So when the shooting happened that day, and we're recording this on Thursday, and we'll put it out on Friday the 27th. We usually put these out on Monday, but I think we're going to put this out while we're all still talking about this topic, and I hope that it's a topic that everyone continues to talk about, because it's important to have some change here. But when the story came out that day, we didn't talk to you about it that night, because we didn't want, Mom and I talked about it, and we didn't want you going to bed thinking about anything about it. But in the morning, we know that you're gonna 6:30, you're gonna wake up, say hi to Mom, read,
and then I have a whole day ahead.
Right, and come into our room, read, and then I put on the Today Show, as you do every day. So when you got in bed, I said, all right, and this happens sometimes.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about what the lead story on the news is.
Yeah.
So if anyone's just watching this for the first time, you are 7.5 years old, second grader, public school, New York City, to provide some sort of context here. You didn't have any, I didn't, when we started talking about it, I talked to you about it in very matter-of-fact terms. Like, here's what happened.
Right.
And it's a nightmare,
Right.
the worst possible scenario.
And I feel like when you talk about it in those terms, it's just easier to know, it's just easy to, understand more.
Okay. Yeah. And I think it's just important that we talk about it so that you know that if you have questions, thoughts, fears, anything that is making you scared or emotional or feel any certain way, that you should feel that you can talk to us about it. Any question, any feeling. So that morning, I didn't say to you, so are you scared about going to school? Are you sad? How are you feeling? Just because I can't force you to feel certain things, and I want you to take your time to process it, because things come in different waves. But I did email your teachers and said, look, we're going to talk to Eden about it in the morning. Let us know if you talk about it in school. I know you didn't talk about it in school. Do you wish your teachers talked about it?
No, because you've talked about it, and other kids I know about it, because I heard 2 other people talking about it at school. But I feel like they didn't need to talk about it. So for me, I don't think it really needs to be talked about, but it didn't, totally need to be talked about, or not need to be talked about at all.
Okay, so what school did is they sent us a bunch of links if we wanted to, or reach out to the guidance counselor and say, hey, my child wants to talk about this. But Mom and I feel that you could certainly talk to them about that, talk to us about it. You could, if you wanted just to talk to your teachers about it, you could. There are still so many baffling questions. You know what baffling means?
Unknown.
Unknown, yeah. Confusing, unknown. Questions about what happened, and why things were handled certain ways. So we're not here to address that. But what do lockdown drills look like for you guys at school?
So lockdown drills, sometimes they're random, sometimes we know, but we usually know. And so what they look like is that we have, so the speaker goes off, lockdown drill, and It's usually our principal or vice principal.
Is there a siren first or just a voice?
A voice.
Okay.
Because it's very loud so everybody can hear it.
Okay.
No, they say attention, attention, lockdown drill, lockdown
Okay.
drill. And then, so we have lockdown drill spots. So half the class goes under a desk. No, not under a desk. Yeah, under a desk. And then we all line up.
Under a desk.
So there's a desk in the back of the room, like
but
here.
like a long big desk.
It's a desk that's connected to the wall, so you
Okay.
can go under it. And then we line against the closets because there's like a V or an L, like that way.
Okay.
And then usually our teacher has like our doors are locked. We have stuff over the windows and stuff.
What do you have over the window?
We have these big post-it things. They were just taped over the windows. You saw. So you came in today.
Yeah.
And you saw them, right? You saw the windows, right, outside the classroom.
Yeah.
So we just put big things over them, like charts and stuff.
Okay, so no one could see inside.
Right.
Okay.
And the lights are turned off, and the classroom door is locked.
Okay.
And then our teacher opens one of the doors, and then they stand inside.
Opens one of the doors.
Like, so our closet, they open one of the doors on the closet, and they stand inside.
The teachers stand inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything blocking you? Like if you're under that desk,
No, I'm not under the desk.
you're in front of those.
I'm in the closet. I'm like in front of the closet.
In front of the closet. Is there
This is the
anything?
closet?
Is there anything blocking you, or like do they maybe turn some tables on the side?
No,
Okay, but so everyone's like trying to hide. Is that it?
not really. Like, we never go in the closet. It's like only like a quarter of the closet's under your desk, and that's all. And everybody else is like lined up against the closet.
Huh. Okay. Do they explain why they do a lockdown drill?
Not really, but they only explained it in kindergarten.
And what did your kindergarten teachers tell you?
If there was ever a person unknown to come in the building, you would do a lockdown drill.
Okay. So but in first grade and second grade, they have not said, here's why we're doing a lockdown drill?
Maybe in first grade, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But not in second grade.
Interesting. What percentage of the kids in your class do you think know why you do a lockdown drill? And do you also think, and I don't really know this answer, do you think it's important to know why you're doing that?
Yes, I think it is. Because like, lockdown drills, it's not like you're playing at recess.
But you've got to take it seriously.
Right. So, kids sometimes talk during that, so I think those kids don't really know what the real purpose is. So, I would say that a little percentage, maybe 5% of my class doesn't, out of 100.
You do these lockdown drills for the same reason why you do fire drills.
Right.
You're preparing
It's
for
just
the
a person under fire.
Right, you're preparing for the worst case scenario.
Right.
Exactly. So what's security like at school?
Well, at school, we definitely have really safe security. We have our office where people come, but we also have 1 or 2 security guards standing at the front desk every day.
And when I went in today, and do you have cameras too?
Yeah, we have cameras everywhere.
Security cameras? And there's somebody monitoring those cameras.
Probably. I
So-
don't know. I've never seen it.
So when I went in today, there were people, it was career day, so there were some people in the lobby
Right.
that were waiting for it. But I don't think there's only one door that was unlocked for me to be able to go through. I don't think any of those doors would be unlocked normally. I think they would all be locked. In the past, like I remember in kindergarten, those were all unlocked. But I think because of COVID and people not being allowed in the building, I believe they're all locked all the time.
But teachers go out at lunch.
So maybe the security guard lets them in.
Yeah.
Maybe. So they've got to be careful with that. Yeah. Okay.
And we have 2 sets of doors, so it's 4, and then you walk through, and then 4 more.
Right. And then that side door is always locked. Except in the morning when kids are going through there.
Right.
That side door is always locked. Yeah. So after we talked about that morning, did you think about it at all in school?
No, not really, because, yeah, I feel safe in school because we have so much security. And just, even not thinking about that, I just always feel safe in school.
Good. Yeah, that's a good thing. Do you recognize, I mean, I know you're young, but do you recognize the severity of what happened?
What severity mean?
How severe of
In fact.
an effect that what happened, that all those murders have on those families and
Yeah,
a
definitely.
community. Now all the families that are
There.
forever
Yeah.
changed and pained and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because of that.
Right.
And now they just need to figure out. Well, there's still a lot.
How to recover from that.
Yeah. There's no
way.
recovering. There's no recovering, and there are ways to work to prevent that
Right.
through gun laws that our government just won't pass.
And I saw that school had even upped their security like 2 weeks before.
I think they had gotten a bigger budget for security, but not sure if they did anything with it.
No, I think they had.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Maybe.
It's something like that.
But I think they were given a bigger budget for security, but I don't think they had done anything with it yet. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But whatever happened, it did not work, and it was catastrophic. But there is no recovering from it. All you can do is try to hope that, or talk to the senators and the politicians who vote on these things to get gun laws changed so that an 18-year-old or anybody can't get a assault weapon that they use in the military. There's no reason for anybody.
Only the military can get this.
Sure, there's no reason for anybody else to have
Right.
it. And universal background checks and time in between when you apply for a gun license and then when you can get it. And there's simply no reason for this many guns. The United States has so many more guns than any other country in the world, and we don't have as many people as a lot of other countries in the world. But we have so many more guns, and I do think we've had more of these types of conversations because of what's happened on the subway,
Right.
in New York, and we still get back on the subway. Same thing in school. Like there's still things that you have to do, but
It's not like I can't go to school.
right, you just got to make sure that you take everything seriously.
Right. And all the precautions that you can.
Yeah.
Like, that you can.
Right. And when these things happen, like your teachers have different things on their minds now. I mean, your teachers are not. You don't grow up being a teacher and thinking that you're gonna have to save the lives of your kids or physically protect them in a situation like that. You're there to mold their minds and teach them how to be good people. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine a situation like that. But again, as you know, we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any questions, there are no bad questions. There are no embarrassing feelings to have about it. Nothing.
Right.
Do you have any questions now?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Not really, or
Like, yeah, I have questions, but no one's able to answer them.
like what? Like what are your questions?
Like, why did they do it?
Yep.
Who did it?
Well, they know who
that.
did it. They know who did it.
Well, yeah, but like, why did they do it?
Yeah.
In what timeline did they do it?
Yep.
Like that was
The investigative
Right.
questions.
right. Like that no one knows.
Right. That no one knows yet.
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay. All right. Well, you know how much I love you.
I love you.